Welcome on into another episode of the Healthy Discussion Show. Today's topic, let's talk about Alicia Keys. Now, Alicia Keys, as far as music, she's been doing her thing for a while. And people are saying that, the comments are undefeated. People are stating that she embarrassed her husband. Swiss Beats already stated that it was fine. And if the man said it was fine, then guess what? It was fine, right? While we focused on that distraction, right? Because you got to entertain with society and how it's going. They would much rather entertainment over education. So you got to slide in a little bit of entertainment just to catch them. So this is what's going on. Instead of you paying attention to that, won't you pay attention to this? You see what Bitcoin is doing. Pay attention to the money. Okay, cool. How about all these wars that's going on all around the world? Are you paying attention to that? You got the war in Israel. You got the Ukrainian war. You have the inflation skyrocketing. See, these are all the things that's happening that we got to pay attention to. Not the distractions. What are you doing to financially make sure that you're in the best situation in today's time, not yesterday's world, in today's world? Or you're just going to be scrolling for the rest of your life? Can we talk about it? I just want to talk about it. Pay attention to those things. Pay attention to the migrants. Pay attention to the job market, right? Pay attention to inflation. Pay attention to these things. Pay attention to these laws that they're changing that allow these computers to communicate, which means the crime rate in the United States is going to decrease dramatically because of AI. Right? But pay attention to how that can evade your privacy. Do you even have anything called privacy nowadays? Think about it like this. It's like when you was a child and you lived in your parents' house, right? And they used to tell you, well, you don't pay no bills around here, so what you talking about private for? It's the same thing with the United States to me. We're living in their home. They're the parents. The government is the parents. They're telling you, hey, you don't pay any bills around here. What do you need privacy for? So that's why it's very important for you to be financially stable or financially able to elevate when it's time or before time. At least have a year or 2 or 3 of all your expenses saved up. Because you never know. If you still depend on the government, oh my God, when they cut you off, I guess you're going to get cut off, right? You allowed an entity, right, to govern you, knowing that you're not correctly represented at these meetings and XYZ. You're not represented quite well. They're not doing any type of funding for you. They're not creating any laws for you. They're just building their legacy on your back. Can we talk about it? I just want to talk about it. So instead of us worried about the wrong things about what's going on in somebody else's life, let's worry about what's going on in your life. Now, like I say, if you're talking about it and you're a content creator, listen to the word content creator, then you're on the right side of the table. If you're consuming it and you're just a commentator, you may be on the wrong side of the table. It's so easy to make money nowadays online. I'm doing it in my car right now, literally. So instead of us focusing on these distractions and these entertainment points, let's please focus on the education and the financial education and the relationship education, how to relate to people, the psychology of money, the psychology of relationships, all these things, anything that will empower you to make you better. That's what you need to educate yourself on. All these other things is not beneficial to you. You're literally wasting time. And time to me is the number one asset. That's something no matter how much money you have, right? You can't get back. Now you can, depending on how much money you have, you can extend your lifetime, meaning that you could, the more money you have, the longer you live. It's a direct connection, direct correlation. If you have something that happened, you need a a heart or you're a kidney, you have the money in order to pay for it. So that's an extension towards life, right? Or the ability to help a family member out, anything along that nature. Money is a direct connection to it. So you have to make sure that you're stable in this, let's just say, in this Shakespearean world where everything is entertainment. Everything from the marketing schemes that they plan online, saying you can get rich in 30 days. And if you can get rich in 30 days, would you want to get rich that fast? There's other lessons that go with getting money, right? So having this conversation to say, please stop focusing on these distractions. It doesn't matter what the commentators say. Let them keep commenting. She went on stage. She did her thing. Her and Usher generally performed together, right? So they had a great performance. It was so great that people had to come up with some stories to hate. It was so great that people had to come up with some stories to hate. And if you're not making money off those stories, my God, make sure that you're making the money. Make sure that you're making the money. That's my advice. And no, I'm not a financial advisor, but that's my advice. If you're going to talk about it, make sure your channel's monetized. You know, don't just gossip about it. Tell a friend and tell a friend about it, because at the end of the day, it's not going to be worth it if you're not capitalized on it. And we live in a capitalistic society. On that note, smash that like button, subscribe to the channel. Remember, it's education over entertainment, right? But in this algorithmic world, we understand that we got to put some entertainment in there just for you, just for us to get your attention. Like, watch the title I put on this one, just to get your attention. After I got your attention, I got you. Now you get to hear what I really want to talk about. I don't want to talk about these entertainers. We know the rap game and everything else is going down the hill. Afro beats and reggaeton, that's what's popping right now. People want to hear international vibes. These people that's here can't even, the things that they're celebrating, they can't even fill up a stadium. They might have computers online making them look good, but in reality, they may not have nobody. I'm talking about nobody at all that come to their performance. It means that you're not real. That's all that means. It means you're a facade. That's all that means. And no one wants to be a facade. Well, some do, but none of the real don't. On that note, subscribe to the channel. Tell a friend to tell a friend. This is the beginning. This is not the end. This is the beginning. This is not the end. Peace, blessings, and love. And leave your thoughts down below. I really want to know what you think about this one. Another episode of the Healthy Discussion Show.